Hi everybody, today I'm going to be reacting to Top 10 Stranger Things Season 2 moments. Hope you guys like it. So if you are a fan of Stranger Things and haven't got around to seeing Season 2 yet, or you're interested in watching Stranger Things at some point in the future, please do not watch this reaction because there will be spoilers, unless you don't mind spoilers. Normally, I'm always for anyone watch my reaction videos, but I'm not a fan of spoilers, so if you're not either, don't watch it. But if you don't care, or you have watched Stranger Things Season 2, feel free to carry on watching, and I'm excited to see what they think the top 10 moments are. So yeah, hope you guys like it. Here we go.
So, when's Season 3 coming out? Welcome to WatchMojo.com, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 Stranger Things 2 moments.
I didn't realize Nancy had a sister.
That is creepy.
Before we begin, we publish new videos every day, so be sure to subscribe for more great content. For this list, we're breaking down the moments that made us laugh, cry, and scream from the second season of everyone's favorite sci-fi horror series, Stranger Things.
Yes.
Beware, major spoilers ahead.
Last year, Will didn't get lost in the woods.
Number 10, Steve and Dustin talk hair
it was
care.
great though.
Fabergé.
I am such a fan of
Fan
Steve
favorite
and Dustin.
Steve Harrington and Dustin Henderson are both extremely charismatic characters that crush every scene they appear in.
They
So
were
we were
both
more than a
my
little
favourites from
excited
season
when
one
Dustin
anyway.
recruited Steve in episode 5 to help him get rid of the ever-growing Dart.
You still have that bat?
Bat? What bat?
The one with the nails.
From that point on, the two remained side by side through thick and thin,
Also,
and
Steve
gave
was
us
one
one
of
of
my
the
favourites from the
funniest
last episode
moments
of
so
season
far
one,
in the series. While walking along the train tracks dropping meat for Dart, Dustin inquires about how to pick up girls.
Gotta be stealthy, like a ninja.
Steve, ever the playboy, gives his 2 cents, but also reveals that the secret to his perfect hair is a few puffs of Farrah Fawcett hairspray. Sounds tough.
His advice of ignoring
Use the
girls isn't
shampoo and the
great, is it?
conditioner when
It's
your
like a
hair's
teenage
damp.
guy
It's not
thing to say.
wet, okay? When it's damp,
Damn.
you do 4 puffs of the Farrah Fawcett spray.
Farrah Fawcett spray?
Yeah.
Number 9, Max stands up to Billy.
Oh my
I thought I
god.
told you to stay away from him, Max.
Billy is just
away.
It's
disgusting.
always satisfying to
I'm
see
sad
a
for
previously
what's happened to Billy,
belittled
but
character
he's a
stand
creep.
up for themselves. Throughout Season 2, newcomers
shit.
Max and Billy fought like cats and dogs, with the latter antagonizing his little stepsister at every turn. Things came to a head in Episode 9 during that epic confrontation between Steve and Billy in the Byers home.
No one tells me what to do.
After knocking him to the
So-
ground,
just such an
Billy
angry person.
continued
The
to
actor's amazing,
mercilessly
though.
pound Steve's face into oblivion. With Mike, Lucas, and Dustin paralyzed with fear, Max took action, grabbing
Finally.
a nearby
I
syringe
was really
and
worried Steve was
sedating
gonna
her
die at that
brother.
point.
She then grabbed Steve's nail bat, slammed it between Billy's legs, and forced him to say he'll
I
leave
thought
her
she slammed
and
it on the,
friends alone. Revenge never tasted so sweet.
I'm wondering what will happen.
Say you understand! Say it!
Number 8, Nancy and Jonathan get caught by the bad guys.
Mistakes have been made, yes.
That was interesting.
Yes.
You killed Barbara.
Okay, we'll just say it. Nancy Wheeler is the smartest person on this show, although she had some serious competition this season
No,
from
she's
Bob.
not. She's not the
Turned out to
smartest
be
person
one
on the
hell of
show.
a puzzle solver.
Sorry.
Her intellect and bravado were on full display in episode
I found
4,
I
when
didn't
she
really
and Jonathan
like her in season
successfully
2, to be
tricked
honest. She
Dr.
really
Owens
got my
into
nerves.
copying
Season
to
1 she's
Barb's
my
death
favourite.
after allowing
But-
themselves to be caught by the folks over at Hawkins' lab.
We can't seem to erase our mistake, but we can stop it from spreading.
It was a stroke of genius from the 2 high school students, who ultimately used their newfound information to bring down the lab and provide
I mean,
Barb's
yeah, that was
parents
good,
with
but
a
I
sense
mean-
of closure.
The more people like the Hollands know the
person on the
truth,
show.
the more likely that scenario becomes.
Number 7, 11 and 8 are reunited.
I didn't really like that episode. It was a bit weak.
stay out of my head.
So we're
But I did
friendly
like
little
them
girls
being
now, are we?
reunited.
Season 2 opened with the startling revelation that 11 wasn't the only child to come out of Hawkins' laboratory. And
I like the
while the show
opening.
took its sweet time revealing whom this mystery person was, we finally got to see her up close and personal in episode 7.
Sister. Sister.
After leaving the cabin to search for her mother, 11 discovers that she has a sister and decides to track her down. Unfortunately, their reunion is short-lived and quite violent, with 8, who actually goes by Kali, revealing that she and her gang of misfits hunt down former Hawkins employees and kill them.
Everyone you see here was in some way responsible for what happened to us.
While 11 ultimately decides to leave, something tells us we haven't seen the last of Kali.
There's nothing for you back there. They cannot save you, Jane. No.
That accent's really interesting.
But I can save them.
Number 6, Will is a spy.
I think that's number 1. That's amazing.
Will being
One of the
infected by the
best
Shadow
ones.
Monster at the end of episode 3
Huge
was
plot twist.
perhaps the most traumatizing image of the entire second season. Well, until Bob anyway. Actually, scratch that.
Let's not talk
Watching
about Bob.
Will helplessly flail about and convulse at the end of episode 5 after soldiers burned the vines in the Upside Down was even more traumatizing. In the following episode, Mike discovered that the Shadow Monster was using Will to spy on the group, later using him to set a deadly trap. A few episodes later, Mike discovered that the Shadow Monster was using Will to spy on the group, later using him to set a deadly trap.
The spy.
The boys had originally thought that Will was spying on the monster, but the realization that it was the other way around was one of the most shocking breakthroughs of the entire season.
Oh my god. I made me jump a little bit.
Number 5, Hopper adopts 11.
The hell is this? Where you been?
Where have you been?
Few, if any, of the relationships on display in the first 2 seasons of Stranger Things have had the same
do like their
emotional
relationship,
gravitas
volatile
as
as
the
it
one
was.
between Hopper and 11. In season 2, we see them form a father-daughter bond that culminates in Hopper adopting her in the final episode. Big step forward for both characters considering their equally troubled backstories.
Congratulations, Pops.
And while their relationship has had its ups and downs, that
Yes.
psychic tantrum anyone, they always try and do right by one another, which truly makes them a family.
That was sweet.
Plus, Jim Croce, am I right?
We don't take risks,
The
all right?
ghost thing though.
They're stupid. And
We're not stupid.
Number 4, the snowball.
Do you want to dance?
Oh, my Mike and 11.
I don't
I
know
love
how.
these two together so much.
I don't either.
So many awesome things happened in season 2's epilogue, we don't even know where to start. Shall we discuss that hilarious moment when Steve drops Dustin at the ball and compliments his hair?
Come on. Look, you look great, okay? You look great.
How about when Nancy asks Dustin to dance after all the other girls reject him?
Those
Then there's
girls
Max
were-
and Lucas,
Oh.
who finally take the next step in their relationship. Of course,
still don't
the
know how I
best
feel about
moment
those two
is when
together.
11 walks into the gym and floors Mike with how incredible she looks.
You look beautiful.
Flanked by all their
Oh,
friends,
this is so
including
cute.
Will, whose zombie boy status actually works to his advantage, this scene is the perfect ending to another fantastic season.
Oh. I'm coming in, as Mike says. That's all I can think of.
Number 3, Bob's Sacrifice.
Oh my god.
Perhaps the saddest moment of season 2 was Bob's death. After the demo
was
dogs ripped through Hawkins'
frustrating.
lab, killing all in their path and disabling the power, Mike, Will, Joyce, Hopper, Bob, and Dr. Owens find themselves trapped. Bob heroically volunteers to reset the breakers so that the others can
I love
escape.
Bob so much.
While his
He's
attempt
one of my
is
favourites.
successful, it's ultimately ill-fated. as he's
Justice
attacked
for Bob.
just as he
Justice
steps from the
for
exit.
Bob. You shouldn't have stopped. Joyce, why did you
Making
stand
the scene
there?
all the
Oh.
more brutal is the fact that Joyce has to watch as her boyfriend gets devoured before her eyes. Thankfully, Bob did not die in vain, breathing new life into the others and allowing them to finish the job the following episode.
Oh, that scene is too much. It's too much. It's just horrendous.
Number 2, 11 Comes Home.
Yes. Oh, Mike's face when he sees her.
We all knew it was coming. It was just a matter of where and when. True to form, 11
boy.
doubles back to Hawkins to help her friends. And she does it in dramatic fashion, showing up just in time to help them defeat the demo dogs and close the gate. The moment when she unlocks the door with her mind and walks into the buyer's
That's
home
so
is one
cool.
for the ages. The look on all their faces, particularly Mike's, is enough to make even the show's most ardent critic gasp in excitement. Of course, that was just the beginning, as she'd blow us all away one episode later with that
Yes.
epic gate closing scene.
That was so good.
Before we unveil our number one pick, here are some honorable mentions.
Why are you Venkman?
Because I'm Venkman.
No, I'm Venkman.
Have admitted involvement in the death and cover-up of Hawkins resident Barbara Holland, who died due to exposure to an experimental chemical asphyxiant.
But it's an honorable mention, not number one.
Number one, Will tied to a chair.
What is this?
When the gang discovers that they can no longer trust Will, they disguise the buyer's tool shed and imprison him in it.
Why am I tied up? Let me go! Let me go!
This is really good though.
With Will tied to a chair and demanding to be released, Joyce, Jonathan, and Mike try to get him to remember who he is, and to distract the being that's possessing him long enough for Will to communicate with them. And they do so by telling him stories from his past.
And you drew this big spaceship. But it wasn't from a movie. It was your spaceship. A rainbow ship. That's what you called it.
The scene features some of the best acting of the entire series from all those involved, particularly Noah Schnapp as Will, whose glossy-eyed stare is one of the season's most haunting images. Not only does their plan work, viewers are also treated to a poignant look into the hearts and minds of every character on screen.
If you're in there, just please talk to us.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out these other great clips from Watch Mojo and subscribe.
Hopefully you guys like that. Yeah, in regards to their top 10, I don't entirely agree. I think for me the most shocking thing was when Will was a spy. When I found out, sorry, not Will was a spy, but like the monster, the Mind Flayer, was, you know, controlling Will. That moment was just so shocking for me that would be number one. Will being tied to a chair is kind of linked to that, I guess. Obviously 11 coming back would be like a second, and obviously Justice for Bob would probably be number 3 for me. But yeah, obviously I have my own opinions on the show, so people feel free to disagree with me. Obviously when I say I find, in regards to Nancy was probably one of my favourite characters from season 1, but in season 2 I really wasn't as much of a fan of her. I didn't mean I dislike her completely, but I just personally wasn't as much of a fan of her. Please don't kill me, Nancy fans. Yeah, so everyone is entitled to their opinion. I love this show a lot. It's one of my favourite shows on Netflix, if not ever. And so as a result, I'm very critical of the show. The shows that I love the most, I am probably the most critical of, because I spend a lot of time like analysing it. And yeah, honestly, probably my favourite character is obviously Joyce, Bob, but he's gone now, 11, I think all the boys, and Steve. Steve has been one of my favourites since, he was actually in the beginning, and then when he called Nancy a slut, he wasn't so much, and then he was again, so yeah. But these are obviously my own personal opinions. You're welcome to disagree with me, because everyone has different opinions. So yeah, let me know in the comments. Hope you guys liked it and all. You know, if you liked it, if you agreed or disagreed with their top 10 and like what you think as well. I'm always interested to hear different opinions from fans of Stranger Things. And yeah, hope you guys liked it. If you want me to react to anything else, please put it in the comments below, and be sure to like and subscribe.